I suspect my partner is narcissistic. I suspect she's gaslighting me. A lot of times in our arguments, I would end up very confused. And I had to remember that when she's angry, when she's lost it, she doesn't always say things that are true. She'll make up stuff, or she's grasping for things. It's not like she's angry and is bringing up something that she's thought about and has an argument together. No, she's grasping. I posted a video because she was mid-rage at me, and I went to look something up, and she accused me of... She told me to not record her, and it hadn't occurred to me to record her because I tend to go on tilt. So I started recording. She then told me she was going to turn off my phone. So in a panic, I posted it because I needed to get it out. I don't know what to believe. Just because she threatens me with something doesn't mean she's going to do it. And that's the hard part, because reminds me of Moulin Rouge. I only speak the truth. I only speak the truth. I have just recently started playing her game, I guess you could say. She'll say things to me in an accusatory way. And then I'll sum it up. I'm like, so you're saying this? And she's like, no, I'm not saying that. You can't put words in my mouth. I'm like, but your tone and the way you're accusing me sounds like you're saying this. She's like, no, you can't put words in my mouth. I'm like, okay, but it feels like this. I really don't want to do any edits. Ooh, that's fun. Look at all my hair. Okay. So here's what happened. I couldn't even tell you what day it was. Today's Thursday. So, Tuesday. I'm guessing. This is my best guess right now. I can't say for sure. She said that her phone was not holding a charge. She asked me if I had money to cover taxes if we placed an order for a phone to upgrade. Could I cover the taxes until she got paid on Friday? And I said yes. Now, I've worked for Verizon briefly. It was a Lorca, a call center, so I knew how to do the process, and I said that I would do it. But then I know that when you place an order for an upgrade, you can go into a store, you can talk to a person over the phone, you can do it in chat, or you can do it on the website, or you can do it on the app. So I asked her what phone she wanted, and she told me. Now, I don't recall when this was, but according to our argument, she told me at lunch on Tuesday. I don't recall. I know it was evening Tuesday night when I asked her, tell me again what it is, because I have trouble remembering. So she told me again, S20 FE Samsung. I'm like, okay. So I went to go place the order, and I didn't know at all anything about this phone, whether it was a good one. This was going to be $25 a month. It's a pretty good phone. The interesting thing is that she doesn't go online really. All she does is play these couple card games, and then she uses it for work to like stay in communication or to sign in for things, I guess. I don't know. So she doesn't really need anything fancy. But she works hard, so she wants, a nicer phone. I hadn't started to research, and I know I can be obsessive. I'm now wondering if I should be recording this way in portrait or in landscape. Anyway, so it was late Tuesday. Yes, it was late Tuesday. And I started the process. And I thought, you know what? I've got a little bit of time. Let me look and see if there's any deals or anything. Because I went on T-Mobile subreddit and I'm a little overwhelmed, you guys. I stopped thinking, okay. I went on the T-Mobile subreddit and they were saying about how they had like all these extra lines because there were promos, and I know there's a way to kind of work things, and I'm always looking for a good deal because I don't have any money, so I'm always trying to make things stretch, and Marion can be more impulsive. So something I thought I could bring to the table of the relationship is my ability to do research. The problem with that is I get analysis paralysis and don't end up doing anything. That's my problem. Her thing is that she thinks she's researched. I couldn't say for sure, but then she makes purchases that, I can tell you about the shelves. Anyway, so I remember when I worked at Verizon, I could basically take what was the website, the public's website, and before hitting yes, confirm to buy, I could enter in a couple different scenarios to find out what would end up being the best solution. And that was something I enjoyed doing for customers. So I thought, well, let me go on the website and I will put together some scenarios. I'm thinking right now maybe I should place an order for her and go pick it up. But really right now, fuck her. I didn't know if I should swear. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting to the point. So after looking up a couple different scenarios, I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and place the phone for her. I can always work something out for mine, because I was thinking instead, okay, if she's spending $25 a month budgeting for that, for just her phone payment, then maybe I'll get a cheaper phone and a Samsung watch or something like that. So I'm like, okay, but when I went to go upgrade her phone, it would get to a certain window and it would freeze. And so whether it was the app or whether it was the Edge, my browser, or I even tried it on Chrome, I couldn't get past a certain window. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I ended up talking in chat. I ended up on the chat with this lady for hours. And it was a pleasant time, but I ended up exhausted. Like, I was in chat with her the next morning when I woke up Marion for work. I had a piece of gum and I chomped so hard on the inside of my mouth because I was so tired. So she was pressuring me to get a watch because I know that's high value when you're an employee, and I really at that point was so confused I couldn't really make a decision I wanted to do it for her. But then again, I'm like, she didn't really answer some questions I had. So I got off the phone and I took some medication and I went to sleep. I woke up at 8 p.m. yesterday. Because when I went to sleep, it was Wednesday. So I woke up because I share a wall with the neighbors, and there's like, I don't know, 2-3 boys in one room, and they kick the wall, and it's right by my head. So it was 2 minutes to 8 when I woke up. So that's Wednesday, I believe, January 18th at 7:58 p.m. And I woke up, and what I had planned on doing was going into the store and picking up the phone. Okay. The reason why I didn't end up ordering the phone. Sorry, you guys. When I worked at Verizon, this is too long. Nobody's going to want to read it or listen to it. I'm sorry. When I worked at Verizon, if I placed an order for a device and they couldn't wait for shipping, they could then go into the store and pick it up. And that's what I wanted to happen. I wanted to place an order with somebody, and then either I or Marion could go pick up the phone in store. Once we got everything ready to place the order on chat with the sales rep, they could not let me go into the store to pick it up. In order for that to happen, I had to place the order myself through the website or through the app. And I explained I was having technical difficulties with that. And at that point I was exasperated because I'm like, there's no way she's going to want to wait 2 days. It's an emergency for her. So I'm like, and at this point I can't even think straight. I was so tired. Now I'm referring to Wednesday morning. So I thought, I shouldn't drive. I shouldn't go to the store and get the phone. I should have gotten some of this stuff in writing with Marion. Sorry, I keep time traveling. All I knew yesterday morning, Wednesday morning, was that I needed to sleep. And what I planned to do was sleep for a while. And then wake up like when she got home from work and go to the store and go get her phone. But the fact that she didn't wake me up, which she wakes me up a lot. Part of the reason why I wanted to lock on the door is because, one, I get scared. And two, to feel safe. I always greet her. So the fact that she came home and I was asleep and she didn't wake me up is really strange. She was laying in bed. She wasn't feeling well. I'd asked if there was any food. She said there was a can of soup. I'm like, okay. I can't quite remember how the argument started. Oh. Give me just a minute. I texted asking for a cigarette. This is also complicated, y'all. The phone thing was me doing my best. The cigarette thing, it was asserting my dominance, that's for sure. I asked her if I could have a cigarette. Now, going back to Wednesday morning before she left for work, I'd asked her for a cigarette. She said the box was in the nightstand. I did not go get any. I went to sleep. So when I woke up after 8, I was like, wow, the day's over. I can't go into a retail store. And I was stressed. And I wanted a cigarette now. She's been buying my cigarettes for 7 years. This gets into a whole other chapter. So she hadn't gone off at me about not being able to get the phone. When I texted her after 8 o'clock last night about cigarettes, she didn't respond. So and we're in separate rooms. So I went into her door was open, and I asked her if I could have a cigarette. She showed me where the pack was. I opened it up. There were like 6 left. And this was asserting dominance, so I'm not gonna lie, but if I explained it, it would make sense. I took 2 cigarettes, and I said here, and I put these on the nightstand, and I took the 4. We exchanged words from our respective bedrooms, clarifying about things, about what happened. She was wondering why she didn't have her phone. I explained that I had tried. I even have some of this on text. I need to pause this. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best, you guys. She's taking Chantix to quit smoking. I have also made the decision to quit smoking. I didn't want to, but considering menthol health are not allowed to be sold in California anymore, it's not like I had a choice, and it's hard to be smoking for 15 years and suddenly quitting without medication and everything. Well, I thought there was going to be no cigarettes in the house. Well, she's been buying cigarettes. And she went from buying packs of cigarettes for us, like 5 a week, to not buying any more cigarettes. And she's still trying to say money's tight. I'm like, but you're not spending money on smokes anymore. I don't understand that. So she just stopped because you can't buy them in the store. And then I realized that you probably can, especially smoke shops. And I asked if she could go when she's out, because she loves to run errands. She loves to leave the house. She doesn't understand the fact that I don't like leaving the house. And she judges me for that. She also makes huge messes and then gets mad that I don't help clean them up. There are messes. I don't know what things are. I don't know where things go. It's overwhelming. I used to agree to clean up the messes, and I just don't anymore. I don't like being in a relationship with people who go through their days just creating disaster everywhere and expecting me to go after them and clean it all up. I don't take up that much room. I don't take up that much energy. I don't make a big mess. My body's still while I'm trying to figure stuff out, researching things, trying to figure out how to start a business, trying to figure out, oh God, all kinds of stuff, shit. Where am I going with this? This is so hard. Anyway, she went into a smoke shop. See, this might be and asked if they had menthols, and was really, really rude to the guy at the smoke shop. Going from buying 5 packs of cigarettes a week to having an attitude about buying me one when she's taking Chantix and I'm not. That's weird, you guys. But in this relationship, I tend to make myself smaller and smaller and not argue about stuff and justify because she makes money and I don't. That I don't really have much value in the relationship. But according to me, I didn't have any cigarettes on Wednesday, the 18th. I'm about to drop the phone and hit myself in the face. That's better. I didn't have any cigarettes Wednesday. And I didn't know why she keeps buying smokes and she won't. Okay, if she's gonna have some in the house, she told me that I was allowed to share them. She likes making things scarce and expecting me to have to ask, which is something that's hard for me. And there's also some things I don't think I should have to ask for. She likes it when she will say, I'm making some food, do you want some? That's... Why would you ask somebody if they want dinner after being together for 7 years? Like, there are times when I haven't wanted to eat and she's gotten mad at me. So now she wants me to say, yes, please, may I have some food? That's really hard. So when I took the 4 cigarettes, and I'm like, it's not that late. She can go get some, or she's not smoking, she's taking medication. She's getting medication from her doctor's like. I need to talk to a psychiatrist. So I took the 4. Because I was stressed and I had been up all night trying to work out the phone situation. Because when I tried to place the order for the phone, it had really bad reviews. And so, for me to be ordering the phones, making the decision to agree to financing a $600... Oh God, sorry, I'm sorry. To agree to finance $600 phones. I couldn't do it. So I'm like, let me see if there's a better phone for her or something. Is this the best situation? I don't know. So after I took the 4 cigarettes, I explained to her, I don't trust your judgment when it comes to buying things. You tend to be impulsive, and I needed to research to see if this was really the best way to go about it. For her to out of the blue say, I need you to order me this phone. Can you pay the taxes? And I'm like, yeah. And then, had I been able to do that purchase online, it would have been done. But then she wouldn't have been able, I wouldn't have realized. Well, no. Had I been able to do it online, I would have been able to pick it up in the store. But I didn't know that yet, because I couldn't... I was so confused. I ended up telling her this was late Wednesday. That it was unreasonable to expect me to place an order for this phone, not knowing if it was a good device, not knowing because from what I read, it lagged a lot, and she plays timed tap tiles and cards. It's timed, and I didn't want to have a phone that was faulty for her. We needed shelves at one point, and she was wanting to get some shelves, and the bars are really skinny. Stuff is gonna fall through. I've had shelves before where you needed to like put a surface down or something because you couldn't rest anything on the shelves. These are for boxes, they're not bookshelves or something. She bought 2 shelves. I researched. I wanted to be able to put heavy things on them. I bought 2 shelves. Well, when they came, she liked my shelves better, and so she took one and put it in the garage, and she took another one and put it in the downstairs dining room. That's how things work in our relationship. So these other shelves have been in this other room that's been wasted. Well, I have been in the process these last couple weeks while I moved into my own room. Because, as you'll see in the video, she gets horrible. She gets horrible. And I used to get tripped up into, like, I couldn't follow her logic. Anyway, since I moved into this room, I have been wanting my old shelves back. Like, replace them. You bought these shelves, you take them. I can't use these to put things on. But I need help doing this. She has not helped me with getting the shelves switched out. I have ordered a bed because this bed is 30 years old and I wake up in pain. Okay. So because I'm waiting for this bed frame to come in, when that happens, I'm going to rearrange everything. So I've got stuff in here, but it's kind of a mess. And actually, when she asked me to place the order for the phone, that was what I'd planned on doing. Was rearranging things, going through boxes, sorting them. I'm afraid to put things on these shelves because I don't want to bend them. Anyway, so in our argument last night, I explained to her, you tend to be impulsive with decisions. I didn't feel comfortable just placing an order for the phone. I tried, it wasn't working out. I tried again, it wasn't working out. Now I need to go to, then I needed to go to sleep. And I told her, you don't make the best decisions when it comes to purchases. The shelves were a problem. The rugs were a problem. She's used to being the smartest person in the room. She's used to being smarter than everyone else. I know that I have problems. Like, I have good thoughts, but putting them together, stringing them together like beads on a necklace is hard. I feel like I reinvent the wheel all the time. So the argument we had last night, she said she wanted to come get the cigarettes that I took, the 4. And I was smoking one, and I looked in the pack and there was one left. I didn't realize that I'd been so stressed that I'd smoked 2. It was on my 3rd, and there was one left. She was irate and entitled that I had given her only 2 cigarettes and that she wanted the rest of her pack. She said there was a half a pack. She then started accusing me. She said that she'd given me 4 cigarettes at lunch. And I'm like, no, it was Wednesday morning. I took my pills. I went to sleep. I woke up. It was 2 minutes to 8. That's all I remember. She said that she handed me, I asked for cigarettes and she handed me 4 cigarettes. And I'm like, no, that happened a couple days ago. That wasn't yesterday. She lost her shit. She demanded the cigarettes. I said, there's only one in here. She reached and she snatched it, the box store. Okay, now things are starting to get more heated. She explained that she had given me 4 cigarettes during the lunch and she doesn't know where I put them. And I'm like, I have no recollection of that. I had taken sleeping pills. And I don't recall. So, if you did that, I don't remember. And why are you engaging with me when I'm not really awake? That's not a good idea. I felt a little violated. She's like, well, that's not my problem. You took them, so you shouldn't have taken the ones tonight. And I'm like, I'm telling you, I have no recollection of that. Does anybody care? But I feel crazy. I have no recollection of that. And you can go to the store and get some more. Like, how many do you need tonight? I thought you weren't smoking. You're taking this medication. Why is it you keep going out and getting a pack for yourself? When did you decide? Like, I know I'd said I was going to quit smoking and everything. But considering you keep buying a pack to have, she only has 1 pack at a time, and for a smoker, that's really good. But she always has a pack, and she makes me ask for them. That's not really sharing. That's kind of a power trip. And so she's accusing me of taking these cigarettes. But it's not really about this. It's about the cigarettes, but it's really about the phone. She's mad that I couldn't get the phone. She wanted it. She wanted it by this date. She thought it would happen. And I told her, I said, not even I can get T-Mobile to go against their policy. And she said, why didn't you come downstairs and use the computer if you're having technical problems? And I'm explaining to her, I'm like, it never occurs to me to go downstairs and use the computer. I had the resources available to me. I thought, well, I'll just take care of it after. When I wake up, I'll just sleep during the day on Wednesday when she's at work, and then we'll get it handled. The fact that she didn't wake me up, the fact I didn't wake up, and the fact that she didn't wake me up, is really strange.